Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy and I am here with a Temu haul. I've got two decent sized bags over here to haul for you guys, but some of it is from last fall, so keep that in mind. But it's been a while, right? So, excuse me, you can tell I still have the whole congestion thing going on. I think I'm going to be stuck with that till summer is what it feels like. Too many allergies, and still recovering from being sick. I tend to take a long time to recover because I have compromised lungs from having had long COVID, and I have autoimmune things that just make it harder for me to heal. So yeah, so thanks for bearing with that. I almost came on this video to cut my hair for you guys because I am, look at this, like the same section of hair. Some of it's super short, some of it's super long. So, yeah, but because I'm filming in the bedroom, I thought that'd be a little bit messy. But you guys, I have so little hair that I could literally just pull it in front and go snip, snip, and be done. So, but I didn't. But yeah, it's getting pretty bad when all the white and gray parts, they just don't grow. So one of you mentioned on one of my videos recently that hair loss is always a hormone problem, and I don't disagree, but my hormones always test normal. So I don't know what to say, but I did make an appointment today with a new dermatologist because you guys that have been around for a while know I've been struggling with my new dermatologist since November. And my last, I mean, that's almost 6 months now, right? No, that would be May if it was November, right? Yes. So 5 months. I don't know. And the last prior authorization that went through for that, so TIC2 or whatever it is, got denied. And I guess United Healthcare wants me to do methotrexate for 3 months first, which is what they said when the Humira was denied. But shouldn't a dermatologist be able to appeal those decisions on my behalf? And if nothing else, shouldn't they be able to read the letter and what it says and then prescribe me the thing that the letter says I need to be on? Because the letter said the same thing for Humira that it said for Sotyktu. So I don't know. And just the fact that I have to keep calling and getting him to do something, it just seems like maybe he's not a very good dermatologist, or he needs to delegate more of his office responsibilities to someone that can actually do stuff. I don't know. But so yeah, so my GP recommended somebody. So it was super easy to get an appointment with them. I'm going to see them the Monday after Easter, or see her the Monday after Easter. So I don't know, maybe I'll get better luck with her. But she, I guess, specializes in women of a certain age. And so she will, I guess, has a lot of experience helping women with hair loss as it pertains, because I guess dermatologists are the best ones to help with that, which who would have thought? Well, obviously the people that understand medicine. But anyway, so that's that's a little update, and I feel like I have so many things to tell you guys, and I'm sorry if you only came for the Temu. We will get to that, but I did want to say, because my top 2 tiers of members for my channel get a free digital each month, one of the things I've been doing since I saw you last was creating a digital kit, and for junk journaling or scrapbooking or whatever. And I did it in memory of my daughter Gretchen, who was stillborn 19 years ago on April 4th. And so my first digital kit is called the Gretchen, and it's got 4 different pieces. I set up a Ko-fi account. Some people say coffee, but I set up a Ko-fi account that's where I'm going to sell all my digitals going forward instead of trying to sell those on Etsy. I think it'd be easier to keep all my digitals in one place and all my physical products in another. So I thought I'd show you guys some of the things from the kit. So when we had Gretchen, it was obviously a horrible time, but and it was 2 days before our anniversary, because our anniversary was on the 6th, so we just celebrated that 2 days ago. But so we had plans to, because she came early. She came a month early, maybe. No, that was Gabby that came a month early. She came, oh my gosh, what am I saying? She was supposed to be born in July, and she was born in April. She was 24 weeks when she was born. But anyway, that's not what I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that, you know, I've always wondered what she would look like today. And we always kind of I had always wanted children with red hair. I thought that would be super pretty. I had red hair from about the age of 2 to 3 before it turned brown. And I don't know, there's something about redheaded children that I think is cute. Now, all kids are cute, but for some reason I was drawn to that. Well, when we experienced this loss, we had already had hotel reservations to celebrate our anniversary. So we went ahead and did that. And on that outing, we went to a movie, and I can't remember well, it doesn't matter what the name of the movie was, but in this movie, it was a kid movie, and there was a little girl, and it was like a baseball, I want to say Sandlot, but I don't think that's right. But it was a movie kind of like that, where it was like these young kids playing like neighborhood baseball or something. I don't know. But there was a little girl in this movie whose name was Gretchen, and she had red hair. And so I kind of felt like that was a little bit of a sign that I needed during that horrible time. So I always decided that I was going to picture Gretchen with red hair up in heaven playing with Jesus, right? So that was kind of the inspiration for this digital kit. I'm eventually going to have digital kits named after all of my kids, but the next one I'm doing is going to be called the Denise, after my mom, because Mother's Day is coming up in May, and hers is going to be kind of a 1920s kind of flapper style, with forget-me-nots and white carnations, because carnations are my mom's favorite flower, or one of her favorite flowers, and the forget-me-nots is to I don't want to say to celebrate that she has Alzheimer's, but it's kind of symbolic to me. So those be kind of the themes for the Denise kit. But anyway, so the Gretchen kit, I'll just show you some of the sheets that come with that one. But isn't, you know, see, I wanted there to be like, you know, my daughter Galia was like, how is her hair just flying around like that? And I'm like, it's whimsical. It's anything goes in heaven, right? So it's just this cute little girl, and just kind of this whimsical time. And so my channel members that are either attempted murder of crows or murder of crows got part of this kit for their because they were subscribed. But I've got coordinating, so those pieces were from like the character kit, and then there's coordinating flower kit. There's also a coordinating basics kit, which has kind of plain backgrounds and polka dots and stripes kind of thing. And then the part, then there's also like an ephemera kit, and that's the one that my members got for free. But it's got things like tags with her on it, you know, and I did that one as the free one to them because you wouldn't have to use them for junk journaling. You could just, you know, use them as a cute tag on a present or something. But so, and then it also came with some things that you could fussy cut that kind of went with it. So yeah, so I had a lot of fun kind of working on that over this past week. And nobody's gonna still be watching at this point. I should have done some Temu first and then talked. And I won't even take the time probably to timestamp when the Temu thing starts. But I did get my link tree updated, which I always link below in the description. And when you go to my link tree, let me just give you or show you what it looks like. So you go to my link tree and it opens up to my shop, which is, so like here's the Gretchen collection. And if you click on here, it takes you to the 4 different pieces. And then if you click on it, it actually takes you to the website where you can purchase it if you wanted. But I've also got a lot of my physical things that I sell, you know, so a lot of my stuff I'm selling on Whatnot and on Etsy just to see which one works better. But most of these links are to the Whatnot shop just because I think shipping is a little bit easier over there. So yeah, so I got that updated so that it's just easy to find everything. But the other, like you switch back here, so you can also go to my links and then you can get to all of my other things like my Temu store, affiliate store, or whatever. Just everything. My Firmu code that's good for a year, my Pair Eyewear referral code. So those kind of things in there. And so yeah, so check that out. That's been a lot of fun getting creative on the digital kit. But let's move on and then we can talk more while we are looking at Temu stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to find a way to sorry, to honor Gretchen and to thank my members. And I'm sorry, I know some of you would subscribe to my channel if you could afford it, and I know I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I am going to be working on a freebie that goes with the Gretchen kit for everybody. I'm going to try to do a folio that'll be a freebie so that it'll be one of those things where you can print it off or download it for free and then print it off and make like a folio, which would be like an envelope or not an envelope, but I don't know how to describe it, but it'd be like a whole thing that you could fold and put together. So something is coming for those of you that can't afford to be members. So I don't want anybody to feel left out. All right, so the first thing we've got purple. I'm not going to have prices on these things, you guys. So if you really like the prices, I'm sorry. I am not going to have that for this one. Okay, now this is a hoodie, over the head hoodie. Pretty purple butterflies. Does it have it has, you know, I never remember what any of these things are called. The muffler part in here. Whenever I say that, somebody in the comments always tells me what it really is called. But anyway, it is shiny, but it's pretty soft. But in order to get this kind of detailed print, it usually is shiny. And then there's the back. And you can see it's got a cuffed waist and cuffed sleeves. So that is pretty nice. Now, I would say that I'm getting tired of feeling cold. I'm tired of spring coming and then leaving again. We've had so much turbulent weather. If you follow my, if you've clicked the bell on your subscription, which I hope you do if you haven't, then you saw over the weekend I was posting, I was like hoping and praying that we didn't get flooded, and we didn't get flooded, thank heavens. But the creek behind our house did crest, and I'm never worried about the creek water getting in the house. The problem that we have is when the creek crests, sometimes that overwhelms the sewer system, and then the sewer backs up through the drains in the basement. That's the problem. So I don't think any of, well, okay, our next door neighbor, he has one of those driveways that goes down. So he has actually gotten legitimate flood water in his house. But otherwise, the problem that we have on this street is really the sewer backing up. And that's happened twice, only once when I've lived here, but my parents have experienced it twice. And whenever that happens, you get money from the city as like, oh, sorry. And we have sewer backup, a sewer backup rider on our homeowner's insurance, but State Farm changed how that rider worked like 4 or 5 years ago. It used to be like replacement value, but now it's capped at like 16,000, or it's capped at some percentage of the total home value on your policy. So it's not enough to totally fix everything when that backup happens. So when it happened the last time, there was a lot of things that we lost and couldn't replace, because we do have flood insurance too, because we have to, because we're in a floodplain. But it's so daggone expensive that we ended up having to remove the contents piece of the flood insurance, because that was making it so much more expensive. And so now we just have dwelling. So that doesn't cover any of your personal property. So yeah, so the last time that happened, we lost a lot of stuff, which should have been okay, but it's the principle of the thing. All right, so Jason got this. I already have this shirt, but I have it in gray, my favorite gray. And so therefore it looks a little bit more distressed maybe, but it's the exact same shirt. He just prefers black. And this is not a soft polyester. This would feel like a thin uniform polyester, but I love this. I mean, my kids have all been born and grown up since Pluto was decommissioned, you guys. So they don't even know what it was like to have, I mean, what is their planet sentence now? I don't even know what the planet, my very excellent mother something or other. I don't even remember what the ending P was for, but their poor sentence is now missing a P at the end. So, and it's like, I think, here I'm going way off topic. So the viewers that hate it when I go off topic, you're going to hate this video. You're not even still here. So I don't know why I'm worried about it. But somewhere during that same Pluto decommissioning thing, there was the creation of the Southern Ocean. Like when I was in school, there was no Southern Ocean. So I don't know what that is about, or even if that even still is a thing. But I remember my kids coming home from school and talking about the Southern Ocean. I'm like, what is that? And it's obviously now it's where, you know, it's the bottom of the Pacific, the bottom of the Atlantic, the bottom of the Indian, and how those kind of all come together. And so that now they've labeled it the Southern Ocean. So I don't know. It's like, really, I understand science advancing, but it seems like some of those things should be kind of set in stone, and obviously they're not. But yeah, so poor Pluto. Although, didn't it go back and forth for a little while? Like, oh, no, it really is a planet. Oh, no, it really is a dwarf. I don't know. I don't know where it stands now, but I like the shirt. And you can get that in all different colors and stuff. On my last Temu order that I was hoping was going to be here in time for this video, but it wasn't. So hopefully it'll be here in time for next week's Temu time. But I ordered a bunch of vintage 1975 things because I was born in 75. This is my 50th birthday year. So of course on Temu, I mean, you can search any year on Temu, but when it's one of those on the 5, you know, like 25, 50, 60, there's a whole lot more stuff out there for you. So I ordered a bunch of things to celebrate my birthday. All right. Aww. So this looks like a Meowth, maybe, from Pokemon. And it comes with a base. I'm like, okay, so there's a little notch here. There's a little notch here. So we need to line those up, which they did. Oh, that is so cute. I'll make this my enticing thumbnail. You guys, I told you that I was using a free for a month AI type of program to help me build my YouTube SEO, all that stuff. And you guys, when I do my thumbnails like this, those score higher than the ones that I create in Canva. They're like, oh, that's more, you know, when I do ones like this, they're like, that's more enticing to a viewer than these fancy Canva ones. So I'm thinking, why have I been worried all this time that my thumbnails are it's not the thumbnails that are keeping people from coming to the channel, it's the content. But yeah, so once my month is up, now I will say it does help me. It creates the tags and stuff. It gives me better tags that I wouldn't necessarily think of, and it rates the tags based on how it thinks it will reach people. So maybe that has helped, but since I've been using this, I've only gained 4 subscribers. So I don't know. I think if you're a young YouTube channel or you have lower subscribers, don't fall prey to the enticements of what something like that. Why am I? Don't fall prey to all those expensive things, or people will email and say, hey, I can help you out. Just give it time. And if you're someone who does like to do creative digital arts, meaning you like to edit, like I don't like to edit, but if you like to edit and you get really good at it, like Favorites with Laura, and then that probably is more helpful to your channel. You need something like that, or you need a sparkling personality, or you need a combination of both. And I will always strive to have something that, I don't know, I think with me, let's do some self-reflection here. I think with me, I just try to be myself. And I want to be real with you guys, and I want to just be like we're friends talking across the kitchen table while we're drinking our tea kind of thing. And because I really don't have any friends. So I know that sounds pathetic, but I'm an introvert and I really don't force myself to go out there and make friends with people. I mean, I'm friends with people I work with, but I don't socialize with them. And I'm an only child, so I don't have siblings to socialize with. And Jason's got one sibling, but she doesn't live anywhere near us, so we don't socialize with her. And we really don't socialize with my parents because my mom has Alzheimer's, and that's a whole different thing. So yeah, so that's what I kind of wanted this channel to be, is my socialization. And so I know there's a lot of you that are kind of in the same boat because you've told me that in the comments. So yeah, so this is like tea time with Amy, doing whatever Amy comes up with for that day, which is a lot of talking and Temu today. But yeah, I really like this. I keep going back to this. I think this is super, super cute. And I wish, okay, so if anybody sees something on here that they really are interested in, let me know in the comments and I will try to, it's hard for me to share the prices in my thing below when Jason ordered it, because just like I have trouble sometimes sharing my links with you guys, he has trouble sharing his with me. So, and to be honest, very few people ever ask me to see for a link. And obviously that's a big reason why Temu doesn't want me to influence for them anymore. So I kind of am taking the route now where I will make the effort to find something if somebody asks, but otherwise it's not paying off for me to take the time to do that. That sounds terrible, but let's face it, this is no longer a Temu influencer channel. If it ever was, it's really just talk soup. So, and I probably can't even call it that because that would be copyright infringement or something like that, because there really was a talk soup TV show. Okay, I believe I've hauled these on here before, but Jason got a deck, and it's a deck of cards. You guys, I have been buying so many vintage decks of cards that it is not funny. So last night I went through and, oh shoot, that nail's gonna pop off. You guys, I'm still on this same manicure because every time one of my nails pops off, I use one of those glue stickers from a Temu fake nail kit. Those things have made this particular manicure last an extra 2 weeks. Now I don't know if you can see this. That nail or polish is cracked, as is this one, but you really can't see. So even though it's still glued down, it cracks, but it doesn't fall off. So I gotta hand it to that. You know, I think that those glue things didn't work for me with the fake nails because I was always trying them with long fake nails. But when you have short ones, because like this one just popped off yesterday when I was trying to close something, it just popped off. So I went and got a glue thing and put it back down, and I've showered multiple times. I mean, I'm amazed. But again, I think it's because the nails are short that it's why it's working. But you guys, Gracie asked me if I could do her nails yesterday. She, her school put on the play Willy Wonka last week, and she painted her nails. I guess they were all painting their nails purple and yellow. She was in the pit, okay? She played the clarinet, I think. She plays multiple instruments, but I think she played the clarinet for the play. And she really liked having her nails painted, but she doesn't really know how to do them because she's never tried to before. So she asked me if I would do them. And you guys, I've been asking all of my daughters if they would like me to do dip nails for them because I have all of this Temu dip powder and I've learned how to do it for myself. So now I kind of want to see if I can do it for somebody else. And actually it should look better, right? Because I can use my dominant hand for everything. So she asked me yesterday and I said, yes, how about tomorrow, Wednesday, we do it while everybody else is gone. So I won't be filming a video for tomorrow. I will be doing Gracie's nails, and I'm also trying to socialize with my parents on Wednesdays because I can tell my dad needs more socialization and he says my mom needs more socialization. So I'm going over there. So yeah, so no videos on Wednesdays. So I need to figure out, that was supposed to be my what's new day, but I haven't had anybody. Okay, I've had one company reach out to me to do review videos for, and it is a company that will send me Amazon products, and they want to work with me to do multiple Amazon products. And after I think I do 5, then they'll start paying me a commission. So I did agree to that just because why not? I mean, why not? They're going to send me stuff for free. So I did agree to that. So maybe once those start coming in, I'll have something to do for What's New Wednesday. But now I need to think of, I guess I'll ask ChatGPT like how I could alliterate a different day of the week for What's New. But anyway, back to this. We've got cards. What do they have on them? This lady. Oh, this is really pretty. See, I've hauled this before, but I didn't remember. I love the flowers. But oh, and they're all different. Okay, I'm not going to show them all to you. This was Alice in Wonderland is what this is. So I'll just show a few. But anyway, I've been buying all of these vintage decks of cards, mostly Congress brand cards that people used to use to play bridge and canasta and whatnot. Well, those are like pretty popular in the junk journal world to kind of, they're called swap cards because you'll buy like 2 or 4 of a specific design so that you can either use it as a card in a junk journal, or maybe you just like to collect them, but you don't want whole decks of them. So lots of people on Etsy sell swap cards. So I listed like 16 listings yesterday of all my swap cards. So we'll see if any of those sell, but some of them are really pretty. Like there's one that's lilacs, which is my favorite flower. But yeah, so it's been fun. And I think I am going to do for my Thrifty Thursdays, I think I am going to go ahead and do a series on taking something all the way from purchase through sale. And you'll be able to see, I think my first episode this week will be the curating of items in, well, these items that I went and curated items on Sunday. I'm not the kind of person that can do a shop. I've decided I'm not the kind of person that can do a shop with me video where I actually film while I'm in the store. I'm too self-conscious about that. So I'm just going to show you what I bought. and what I look for while I'm in places like that, and how I determine if I think it's a good enough price to buy. So that'll be kind of the first episode. I have a whole box worth of stuff that I bought on Sunday. Do I have this upside down? I don't think so, but I don't know what this is. But I like the colors. And I think it's like a cow or something. I'm sure it's some kind of Pokemon, but I don't know what it is. But it's pretty enamel coated metal back pin. He still hasn't put up his flag that he got to put these pins on. But once he does, I'll have to take a picture of it and show you guys. But yeah, I think I said in my video, if I didn't get very many people respond that they'd like to see a series like that, I just wouldn't do it. But you guys, let's be real. I don't have a lot of people watching my videos anymore, so there's not going to be a lot of comments. So I just need to do what I want to do. It's my channel, right? So Thursdays for the next several weeks, we're going to go through and see what it's like to curate, and how do we determine listing, you know, like if we're going to sell it, how do we figure out how much we should sell it for so that we're at least breaking even. If not, I mean, the goal, if you're a reseller, is to make money. Now, there's a difference between the things that I'm trying to resell versus the things I'm trying to destash in how I choose to price things, because the stuff I'm trying to destash, I don't know what I paid for it. So at that point, it really doesn't matter. But, and it was delicious. Okay, I got to figure out what, okay. Okay, this is 8. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. This is the symbol for sum. This is the symbol for pi. So it's 8 some pi, but what is this one? And it was delicious. 8 some pi, and it was delicious. I want to say but does that make sense? I ate some pie and it was delicious. I don't know what that is. I mean, divided by -1. What is that supposed to be? But I is the only thing that makes sense there, right? Blank ate some pie and it was delicious. It's got to be I. I don't know. Anyway, it's for someone smarter than me. I loved math, but I hated geometry. I hated trigonometry. I loved algebra. I love math well, I love using Excel. Not quite the same thing, but sure. So that pin was for the brainiacs in your family. Do we have anything else in this bag? Let's not show my address. Let's not show my address. Come on. Okay, that bag is empty. Okay, well, my favorite thing out of that bag was this. And perhaps will continue to be my favorite thing. All right. This, I think we've all seen this already. I got this last fall. And this might have been a Temu Circle gift back when they were doing things a little bit better than $1. But it is just a nice clear tote, small little tote bag. with cute Hello Kitty things on it. And oh, it's got a snap. That's kind of nice, actually. Does it smell? Smells like a beach volleyball or a beach ball. And yeah, so I think that's a pretty nice bag. I'm sure it was cheap because, like I said, I think it was a Temu Circle. And I think this is still available on Temu. But yeah, that's cute. And I really like that it's got the snap in it. So nice. This would be great for, well, this would be great. We're coming on to summer. This would be great for if you like to go to baseball games. I think now you have to have a clear bag when you go into those, or if you're going to Six Flags or something. Any place you have to go through metal detectors, I feel like they're making you use clear bags. So yeah, it would be great for, oh dear, there's a wig in here. It's been a while since we've done a wig, and this one looks massive. You guys, I have totally failed in doing Temu returns for things that I didn't like. I've totally failed at that. So now I have a bunch of things from Temu that either were broken or didn't fit that I didn't return in time. So now I guess if it's a broken thing, I just need to throw it away. But if it's not a broken thing, I need to try to sell it. Although, can't really sell, can you? You really probably can't sell a wig that you wore, but people probably do. And then you just would expect that you have to wash it. Yes, you should always wash anything you buy secondhand that's going to go on your head. Well, anywhere on your body, really. But, oh, the cat, Peanut, is curious about this wig. Ow. Curious enough that she's clawing me now. Okay, this wig, I think this one might have been a farmland. Sorry, Peanut's leaving. Her back claws are just killer sometimes. This might have been a farmland or a fishland prize because it's kind of a nicer quality wig than not. So you can see it's got a fairly decent wefting in here, but it is not lace front. But, and we'll have to see if these bangs turn out to be too long. But man, I wish I had this much hair. I used to have this much hair. But anyway, it's got some decent curls, and actually the highlighting on it is really pretty good. It's not, some Temu wigs have like gold, artificial gold, but this one looks pretty natural. At least I think it does. So let's see. I'm going to leave the tag. Well, no, I guess I am. I'm going to leave the tag on because I don't have scissors in here. We'll see if it does have the adjustable straps. So if you have a smaller head, you can pull those together. I never have that problem. So, yeah. Okay, let's pull this down a little. Where are the bangs? Are they all stuck underneath? Oh, you guys, this feels too dark. Too dark for me. I mean, it makes my skin look so... My skin is pale, but you guys, I'm not... my skin is pale and red. It's not the pretty kind of pale like Snow White to pull this off this is a lot of hair. Okay, I'm glad my hair, truthfully, I'm glad my hair is not this thick anymore. This is just a lot. And we've got the tag over here. But, and obviously if I were going to wear this outside of the home, I would wear my wig cap or my wig headband to keep this in place. But it's not terrible. It feels really nice. It does not feel like, it doesn't feel like artificial hair. It feels pretty natural. I mean, surprisingly so. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of hair. And, but it fits well on my head, my big head. But again, if, oh, see, I should have brought scissors. But if you have a small head, you can adjust it. So I got this partly because I wanted to see if, I keep buying ones with bangs, and that's just never been it's never turned out very well. The ones that have bangs, they just don't work very well for me because they're hard to part in a good way. Is it better if I take that off? Oh. So I'm wearing my pear eyewear, and this I think is blush maybe. And I'm wearing, I finally, for the first time, am wearing this Wrangler outfit that I showed you guys back in February. And I only remember that because I bought it, I think, on or around my daughter's birthday from Farm and Home. But you guys, this t-shirt, which is a large, it is, I'm swimming in it. But it was the smallest size t-shirt they had. And then this shirt is an extra large, and it was the biggest size they had, but it literally covers my entire, I mean, it's not so tight that it's uncomfortable, but I literally fill up, unfortunately, this whole space, especially with the t-shirt sleeve underneath it. So it's okay, but well, it's great with leggings because it's long. And I don't know, it makes me feel skinny. So, but yeah, I don't think I like, I mean, this is not the wig for me. So what should I do with it? Should I sell it? And just let people know I did wear it once or tried it on for 5 minutes? But surely people that buy used wigs, surely they have wig cleaner, right? I'll even put it back in this little thing. But yeah, I'm wanting to, I know some of you guys keep waiting because I've said I want to sell my plus size Temu clothing online, but I just haven't, I find so many things to distract my time. So like now not only am I trying to get things for sale on my Etsy and whatnot shops for destashing and stuff, I'm also back in love with creating digital kits, and it's always something. Can't I ever finish anything to conclusion? Hey, I finished that Gretchen kit to conclusion, and I think I am going to still create the freebie, because that's one thing Ko-fi is good at. On Etsy, you cannot list something for free. So if you have digital kits that can just be downloaded, you have to still list it for 20 cents because that's how much it costs to list something. But Ko-fi, you can list things for free. They don't take their cut until the product sells, and if it sells for nothing, they don't take anything. So Seven Plaza uses Ko-fi, and so yeah, so if I can do this digital kit creation, if I can get good at it, I'm trying to kind of create templates
that I can then reuse just with different designs. And if I can get good at that to where I can easily create a new kit each month, then I might think about kit subscriptions. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm always thinking of something new, and people are like, what is your problem? But again, is there such a thing as ADHD for creativity? I don't know. All right, we have another one of these perfumes. This one is the pistachio and salted caramel. I'm not going to spray it as long as peanut is in here, because just like it's not good to have essential oil things around cats, it's not good to spray perfume around cats either. Let me see if I can... Oh, well, it's got a plastic covering on it too, and I don't have anything to tear that apart. But I'm hopeful that this is going to be good. My kids love these. There's a whole series of them. I did accidentally buy one of these twice, which was a disappointment. And I had a bunch of them either taken by customs or something, because I lost a bunch of these in a bag that came practically open last fall. But pistachio and salted caramel sounds nice, right? And this is a knockoff of Sol de Janeiro perfumes, I believe. So, and these typically run in the $6 to $7 range. Right, next, gel polish time. So I think when I do Gracie's nails, I am going to do dip powder, because I've ultimately decided that I prefer dip powder, but I prefer gel on my toes. And it is now time for me to do my toes, because we're getting close to sandal weather. So all of these gel polishes that I have will be great for that. But this is a multi-piece kit. What kind of colors are we talking about here? Christmas sequin gel. Okay, well, yeah, so we're doing Christmas stuff. Oh, that says Christmas sequin gel too. So I guess they're all, I guess that's the set, Christmas sequin gel, but they're all different. Like this one looks like a burgundy, which will probably be my favorite. This one is an orangier color. This one is a green color. And so that was 4. So it's an 8-piece set. And this is the Meet Across brand. So here's a blue. I really recommend, if you're going to do gel nails or dip nails, that you do the ones that are sparkly, because those hide a multitude of sins. So if you're just learning how to do either of those kind of things, it'll look more professional if it happens to be a glittery one. We've got a purple here, because if for some reason, let me try, well, with dip powder, if you don't sand it very well, let's say, and it's kind of bumpy, or what, I don't even know what you, like the first time I did it, I just really didn't know what I was doing, and so I didn't sand it down very well before you put on that clear, yeah, the clear polish. But you couldn't really tell because it was a glittery one, and this is a glittery one. And it's the same idea with the gel polish. Even though that gel polish cures really quickly, if for some reason you accidentally touched something while it was still a little wet, it wouldn't be as obvious. Or if you didn't get the coats quite as even. Oh, I don't know why I'm opening this. But here's another maybe a brighter red one. And this looks like it might be black. So anyway, just a bunch of glittery gel polishes. So that's nice. But if you don't like glitter, they've got matte, which I do not like matte polish at all. But they have mattes, they have solids, any kind of polish, normal polish you can get in glitter. I mean, in gel polish on Temu. All right, so I currently, it's on the floor, but I currently wear a pair of these with one exception, although these look huge. Oh, oh shoot. These say 41s. I think these are going to be too big. And I've got a cat on my lap, so I can't pull my foot up. But we can still look at it anyway. I've got a pair of these type of tennis shoes from Temu that I wear almost every day. And I love them. I mean, I love them. I tease Gracie. Gracie has authentic Converse shoes, which is what these remind me of, except they don't have the logo on them. But I every single time I'm somewhere with Gracie and she's wearing her Converse and I'm wearing my ones like this, I always call us twinsies, and it drives her nuts. Now, the ones that I am currently wearing have sunflowers on them, but it's still this same canvas style shoe. And I love these. I think they look awesome, and they last well. I mean, I've been wearing mine for a while now. They don't wear quickly on this part, and I just think these look too big. Like, do you think I can move Peanut and actually reach? Let me see if I can actually reach. Okay. Hang on. If I fall off the bed, call for help. I'm here alone. Maybe if yes, okay. I put my foot in it so I could bring it up. Okay. See, but see, I've been wearing these forever and they still look new. And I haven't even washed this, but I could wash this and it would still look pretty new. But yeah, aren't those cute? But I think these are, oh, well, maybe they're not too different. I mean, maybe it is one size off. So I don't know. Oh, and this has a hard toe. This one does not. So I guess pay attention to that if you like this kind of a shoe. But yeah, I totally, how is the rest? Oh, well, these have way more detail to them, which could be good or bad. I don't know. But yeah, I love these, you guys. And I just leave them tied all the time. And I just kind of pretty much slide. Well, you can't totally slide them on because this is really thin, but I don't have to do much to put these on. So yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to wear these since Peanut left. Let's see if I can put this on. Let's see how this feels. Oh yeah, they're way too big. Darn it. And Gracie's feet are bigger than this, and Gabby and Galia's feet are the same size as mine. And I don't think Gregory would wear these. So I guess if I'm smart, I'll just list this for sale like right after this video. But yeah, I really like those. They come in all different colors. I don't know if this listing would have had all different colors, but just look up canvas tennis shoe. Now, they don't have an arch, so if you need arch support, they don't have that. And I have an arched foot, but I very rarely get shoes that have arch support in them. But you could always get an insole to go in. Okay. Hopefully this is my son's, because he's been like, Mom, when are you going to haul my stand? Oh, nope. This is a black one. So I've ordered several of these over time. You put this on some part of this so that it doesn't slide. So I guess you put it down here on the bottom so it doesn't slide, but it's just a phone stand. But it's nice because it's got this rubbery kind of thing so your phone doesn't slip and slide while it's in there. And it's nice because it folds up into a compact scenario. So these come in a few different colors. Somewhere in the world, unless I hauled it already and he's lost it already, somewhere in the world I bought him a green one, like a tealish green one. But because either he lost it or I lost it or just haven't hauled it yet, he convinced my husband to give him his, which was a black one. So now I can just give this one to Jason. And I ordered, I think on my Temu order that's coming, I ordered some other electronic things. So maybe you'll think those are interesting. Oh, so that is so cute, you guys. Now, Gabby's favorite dog is a husky. But look, so this is a printable. And they're getting so much more detailed in their printables that they sell on Temu, to where now they've got the multicolor instead of just all one color. I love these. So he can sit like this, or perhaps he could sit for real, but look at the detail there. So that is super cute, you guys. Aw, so we can have my cat and my dog. Oh. It's raining cats and dogs. I don't know. That's the other thing. That AI software does help me name my videos, but I really thought they kind of made it seem like upload your video to this and we'll analyze it and come up with a thumbnail. We'll come up with a title, and it really doesn't do that. You have to give it prompts. Now, I'm like, at that rate, I could just use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can give me tags and stuff. Okay. This next product, we're not a political channel, okay, but sometimes we do show political things on here because they're funny, not because we espouse either of the sides. But you guys have probably seen these cards on Temu. Would have been nice if they would have not had the space between the K and the E. Please don't abandon my channel just because I show this. We can be adults and we can have differing political views. And I'm not even saying that these are my political views. Well, I didn't buy these. Jason did. Blame him. But you've probably seen these. These are the Trump cards, I guess you could say. Which, if you're a card player, you do play. Several games have Trump in them, like euchre, canasta, bridge, right? But obviously these are skewed one direction because there's the Joker. So, anywho, it could be a gag gift for somebody, or if you want to start a fight at a family event and you have a mixed political family, bring out a deck of these cards and see what happens. I'd like to think, although we've seen on the news and on TikTok and stuff that it's not true, but I'd like to think people don't let politics destroy family relationships. Please don't let politics destroy family relationships. That's why you don't talk politics at family get-togethers, right? All right. Oh, here's another. Oh, this one is super cute. Oh, so we have a fox with a pretty pink ear. See, originally on Temu, all of the printables just the whole thing would be this iridescent of different colors, but now they're breaking it up. I love that. Jason might not get these back, you guys. Oh, and it's even on the paw. I've got to say, there is money. Oh, it can sit like this. There is money to be made with these printables, you guys. These are popping up all over antique and thrift stores now. There's like whole booths with just these in them. And that's where Jason goes when he goes with me. He goes to find the printables. So there's money to be made in that. Super cute. I don't know why everything to me is like, I'm making everything about how can I take this and make money with it? I don't know. I really want to have passive income streams. What does that say? Life isn't hard when you have a library card. Aw, Jason and I, that's where we met, was working at a library together. But yeah, so like with my digital kits, you create it one time and you list it out there for sale. And if anybody ever buys it, I mean, you can have it listed out there forever. So that's passive income. Well, unless nobody buys it because they think, well, for one, you got to figure out how to get the traffic to your listings. That's the hard part. Because I never want to pay for marketing. Okay, we've got a bunch of stickers here. I don't know what kind of stickers these are. I'm just gonna let them fall on my lap. So I'm getting the feeling like at least some of these are Pokemon themed, if not all of them. They're a little derpy, as Gregory would say. So, yep, there's a ton of them in here. Most Temu sticker packs are 50 to 60. And this one, oh, well, this one's 100. 100 stickers. So that's a cute set. Gracie came up to me the other day and said she wanted me to order her $6 worth of stickers on Temu. I was like, okay. And I'm like, why? And she's like, well, I just got a bunch of new folders for school and I want to decorate them. So I'm not buying her stickers. She can buy her own stickers. But Temu's great for stickers. So what else have I not talked to you about since I've seen you last? Well, let's talk. I feel cheated, okay? my mom has Alzheimer's, and TV gave me the wrong understanding of Alzheimer's. All this time, I always got the impression from TV and whatnot that Alzheimer's patients lose their more recent memories, and so they kind of regress and they remember stuff from when they were a child. And I was really, if my mom is going to have this, I was looking forward to having conversations about her childhood or whatever time frame she regressed back to. But you guys, it doesn't work like that. At least hers doesn't. And I've talked about this before, but I don't think she has any real memories anymore. I think they've all been messed up by this disease. The things that she does remember and talk about, I don't think it's possible that they really happened. And it's one thing if she told the story that happened in city A, but it really happened in city B. Like, okay, I could overlook that, but no, these are like totally not real things. So I feel really cheated that, I don't know, I guess I watched too many shows or movies that made me think, okay, well, a lot of people don't remember like me. I remember things about when I was a kid, but yet not. Obviously, I've lost a lot of specificity from my memories from that, but I really thought, or I got the impression that maybe I'd get that back. Like those parts of the brain are the last to go. And so maybe those memories would become clearer as all the other memories are fading away. But no, her case is not like that. So that has been very disappointing. And she was looking at pictures, family pictures, last Wednesday when I went over to visit, to socialize. And there was a picture of her and her two sisters from my uncle's celebration of life after he died. And my mom was like, this is my sister, and her sister's name. And then she's like, and then there's this lady. Well, that lady was her younger sister. And so I said, well, that's your younger sister. And she's like, no, I don't think so. Which is the same thing she says about me when Dad or I say that I'm her daughter. She's like, no, I don't think so. And so I was like, oh, so then there's more things that are people that she's losing. And the other thing is pictures of her friends. Like she's got a picture of two women that she was friends with. It was a mother and a daughter, and the daughter died of cancer, and the mother died in her sleep. Obviously not at the same time. But anyway, these two friends are gone. It was like she remembered more about these two people than her own family. So, that's frustrating. It's like, how is that easier to remember? I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. So you guys know I watch Hey Everybody, and she's been sharing with us, how her mom has been doing with everything and some of the trials that she's got going on. And I don't know how she does it, you guys. I am not living with my mom full time. My dad is. My dad is the one having to deal with all of these things on a constant basis. I do not know how Erin does it. She's a saint. working full time and then being the primary caregiver for, and it's not that, I mean, she's not said that her mom is um incapacitated or anything, but all these new things that she's having to learn to navigate with her mom as her mom goes through the things she's going through. And I just want to say hats off to her for living in that situation. And it takes a special person to live with that day in and day out. So if you are also a caregiver for someone in your life, hats off to you, because that is a labor of love. Focus on the labor. It's labor, which is never, labor is not fun, you guys. But the things we do for love because we care about them. But yeah, I don't know. So I feel cheated. I feel cheated that I'm not getting to have, I really can't have any discussion with my mom. She, and I don't want to come off like a snot here because I love my mom dearly, but I've lost her already. Okay. We already know that. I'm not her daughter anymore. I'm just a person that lives down the street who she lets still come in her house. But I don't know. I feel cheated. Feel cheated. But then who doesn't when they are going through a situation like that? I mean, think of all the things I can't ask my mom advice for anymore. Like, I haven't started going through the change yet. I don't have a mom to say, what was it like for you when you went through the change? Did it suck? Was it, how old were you when you started to go through that? Nothing. I don't have that. And I don't know. I don't have my mom to talk to about, my kids are teenagers. Even though she just had me, it was like, oh, were you so frustrated with me when I was a teenager? Like, how did you feel about this or whatever? And I could ask my dad, but that's not the same, right? So, yeah, so this video is all over the place. But I said this was tea time. Well, it's Temu time, but I said it's like we're going to just sit at the table and talk. And here's our boba tea. I like these. What is that? Stars and a cat? Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to represent. Are they flowers? And some of them look like flowers. I guess, some tea is flowers, but so those are cool. And it does not say how many were on here, but it was called bubble tea. So if you like bubble tea, look up bubble tea stickers. So I don't know, you guys. This channel is a good distraction from my real life. Here we've got this, but this here is a perfect example of the status of my life. As I'm just now in April showing you the nail stickers that I got for Christmas. So, okay. Oh, and I got this out before I started ranting on something. Okay, well, I can't read cursive backwards. If the stars were made to worship, so will I. Oh, I love that. I hope this was mine. Yes, 1XL. If the stars were made to worship, so will I. Yes, amen to that. And thank you for the reminder that it's not all about me. And no matter what is going on in my life, God has it all in control, and all I have to do is worship him. That's all I have to do. And everything else will be okay. And all this stuff with my mom will be okay because she committed her life to Jesus while her brain still worked, so she's good. And when she finally does die, it'll be sad for me, but it'll be awesome for her because she'll be restored. So, but it's hard being the ones here dealing with it. Like, how do you put, I mean, how do you, Satan is the one that keeps distracting me from that and making me feel bad about my situation and her situation. And God's like, I've got this under control. Everything's fine. Stop worrying about it. Just enjoy your time with her. If you're going to talk about weird things being in the sky that need to go to California, so be it. So be it. All right, so these are for Jason. He ordered some more of those screw back earrings. And I did finally get mine in, although you can't really see it, but I did, and it actually was very easy to put in when you're not on camera. So are these all the same? No. Okay, so we've got a square, pretty big square shaped stone, a round, well, you can't see that, but it's a round stone, and then this one is kind of encased in metal. So a 3-pack of those earrings. Ugh. But you know what? Talking with you guys does help me feel a little bit better, and it does help me put in things into perspective, especially when you guys make comments, you know, bring me back to reality in the comments. And I should read a couple comments because I don't care how long this video goes. I need the watch time since I don't get to post very often anymore. All right. Any Harry Potter fans? I got that. You can't read this. You can't read this one, though. What does that say? It says Prince. Prince? Prince. It says Prince. So, bad call on the person that designed this. They should have used white letters here. And see, I know this because you can, if you create your own print-on-demand business and you create these, you can change the font on that. But that's why this is on Temu. Do you ever wonder if the reason why things are so cheap on Temu is because they printed these out and they're like, well, crap, you can't even read that, so let's sell it on Temu? Like, is that how that works? All right, another pin, because we can't get enough pins, but I'm not going to put that there's a bunch of pins in the title, because I did that on my last Temu video and like 250 people watched that video. Wah, wah, wah. You guys, I can't take myself. This looks like an egg. Pokemon egg, maybe? It reminds me of an egg I had, an egg pin that I had when I was a little kid, but I think that was from Avon. Like a little egg with a chick coming out of it, maybe? Anybody remember that from Avon back in the day? I was so tempted on eBay to buy some old Avon order sheets. Why would you buy Avon order sheets? Well, because those would be fantastic in a ephemera kit. Because when you're trying to build ephemera kits, you want different kinds of paper, and people like receipts and forms. So yeah, so that's why. But I didn't do it. Flock around and find out. You definitely see F around and find out a lot these days. But because we're a family of crows, that fits. But yeah, you can tell by all the talking here that I need to talk to people more. I don't know. How do you make friends when you're 50 years old? Like, I don't know. I'm not on I'm on Facebook, but not really on Facebook. Like, I used to post all the time on Facebook, and now I don't. Ever since I started this channel, I just stopped posting on Facebook. Like, I just don't have time for all of that. What does this say? In a really good place right now, in my book, of course, not mentally. Okay, that's fitting. But yeah, I don't know how to make friends as a 50-year-old. Because I was an introvert, and because I don't know, I had friends in high school and stuff, but that didn't continue on. And any friends I had from younger than that also didn't continue on. So I don't know if that means I'm a terrible person. Like, is it normal to not have any friends still from childhood? I don't know, but I don't. And I don't know. Nobody, like, I occasionally get friend requests on Facebook, but and I'm not sitting here saying, please, I don't accept friend requests from related to this channel, because I keep that stuff separate. So I'm not sitting here saying, oh, please be my friend on Facebook. But I'm just trying to say, of all the people I've known in my life, nobody's out there trying to be my friend. You know, like, there's times where I think about people in my past, like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. And so I'll try and find them on Facebook and send them a friend request. Nobody's doing that for me. So either I was a really terrible person, or I just really didn't make an impact on anybody that they were like, oh, she needs to still be in my life. So these are earrings. These are Jason's, but I'm not a big fan of the ones. These are kind of like the equivalent of, like, well, like the ring. I'm not a really big fan of those. I don't feel like those work very well with my ears. I don't know. Maybe I have fat lobes, but anything that you kind of got to go back inside itself, it just doesn't work very well for me. But it's a set of kind of industrial-like earrings. But yeah, I'm also leery of meeting strangers, because you never know when you're going to find a psycho, because I watch too much true crime. So I don't know, you guys. And some people would say, well, you meet those people at church or whatever. Well, I don't really have that either. So I don't know. And let's face it, I don't have time for friends, because anything that any time I would spend with them would be taking away from my family or from the various hobbies that I already have. Okay, these are like 50s kinds of stickers. Those are cute, so these must be mine. But yeah, these will probably show up on my Whatnot or my Etsy page. Because some of the stuff I just get to show you guys, and then I don't really need it. So I don't know. I hope this video is not coming across as a pity party or a Debbie Downer. I do have some positive things, right? So my dad asked, well, he asked Jason if Jason could help our minister does his sermons in person, but then he also does Facebook Lives for his sermons, and must have just realized, or I don't know if Facebook has changed something recently where it only keeps 30 days worth of videos, of live videos, and so he lost like a ton of his live sermon videos. So he wants to set up a YouTube channel so that he can upload to that, and then it would be saved forever. I was like, I can help with that. And so that's kind of an exciting, positive thing. Use these skills that am just kind of, using on here, but for something ultimately more meaningful than just hauling Temu, right? So I have tons of ideas about that. And at work, I was asked to kind of build a new way to see cash flow for the business. And so I'm getting really excited about creating. Okay, so I like these, but I would prefer them to be matte. But these are good stickers for junk journaling. And because we use Google, I am like I love Excel, and I can write macros in Excel, and I can do all kinds of things. Google, I don't have as much experience with, but it's very similar, obviously. And so I'm kind of excited about this because that means I will get to learn how to write code in Google and stuff. And so yeah, I'm excited about that. So I do have some good things, and I'm excited because I have all these creative outlets that a lot of people don't have. So I should be very thankful for that. You being one of those. So thank you. All right, well, I love this, right? So you put this into like the side of your computer or anywhere, and then you get an extra 3 charging ports for it. So just a very simple, does this one, oh, it does. This one rotates. So if you wanted to have it like this instead, which is probably what I would do, you could do that. So these are super cheap on Temu. And I wonder if I just ordered these. That's the problem. When you don't haul something shortly after you get it, you forget and you buy it again. So yeah, so I don't know, maybe it's normal to have all these kind of warring things going on in your life. This nail, which I just used a sticker on yesterday, this one is not holding on so well. Okay, I have no shelf control. In our house in Lincoln, we had a great room, and we had like 2 whole walls covered in bookshelves because we both worked in the library. So annually we'd have an annual book sale, and we'd stock up on books. Like, we couldn't get enough books. So this is fitting for that. Now, we've since gotten rid of a lot of those books, donated them back to a library so they could be put in another sale or whatever, but we still are both drawn to books. So at some point I'm going to do a Jason junk journal digital kit, and it will be library themed. So that one will be fun. I'm trying to, so I did the Gretchen one for April because that was her birthday. For May, I'm doing the Denise one for Mother's Day. But then I think I want to save like the other people in the family that I'm going to do one for for their birthday month. So like Galea's would be a Christmas themed one because she's the day after Christmas. Gregory's could be my Thanksgiving or fall kind of kit. But see, Gregory's birthday is the day before Jason's birthday. So his library themed one, I guess, could go to just a month that I need something for. But then Gracie's, she's February, she's born on Groundhog Day, so I thought I could do a cute groundhog themed kit. Gabby is the St. Patrick's Day baby, so I could obviously, I had, if I'd been more on my game, I could have done her for this past March that we just ended and done a green kind of kit. Oh wait, here I'm putting this back in, but I don't think I showed you this. So yeah, but it is fun being creative. So find, what does that say? Easily distracted by cats and books. Yes, that's cute. But yeah, if you don't even have to have money to have I mean, the library, there's so many things you can get from the library to help you be creative. I mean, even if it's playing games, you can go and check out games from the library now. You can, if you have thrift area stores near you, you can possibly find good crafty scraps and stuff. Don't worry, be capybara. That's what I should make Gregory's. Gregory is a huge capybara fan, so I should have like a fall thankful capybara kit, right? Yes. I also thought, so Gabby graduates high school this year, so I also thought about doing even though she technically graduates like the last day of May or somewhere around there, I could technically I could make June. Well, but if I made June a graduation kit, that's a little too late for most people. Like they would need that kit now, so maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe June should just be like sunflowers or something. July could be a patriotic kit. August could be like watermelons, end of summer kind of. Obviously, October could be a Halloween themed kit. What would September be? Maybe September back to school could be Jason's book kit. I don't know. It's like, if I can, I'm always saying how I need to conquer things, conquer my hobbies. But literally, if I could get my templates created to where all I'm doing then is just designing the design, I think that could be a lot of fun to create new kits each month. What would my kit be? My kit would be kind of a grungy red and black kind of. See, my birthday's in November too, so like I can't take one of those. I can't base them just on people's birthdays. But yeah, I would have a kind of a grungy, antique-y kind of theme for me. The Amy. Another cute pin. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been an hour and 38 minutes. This will be my longest video yet. This is going to take forever to upload. Here's another decal. Crows before bros. Support your local murder. This you can get in shirts. You can get it in all kinds of stuff. I guess this bag was just full of tons of little things. All right, next. Well, it looks like this is a ring for me. Did I already haul these? I might have already hauled these, but if you're new, this is one of my fake wedding rings But this I think has been my favorite. Although it does move around. The pieces do float. They don't float with this one. But this is a 2-piece. Look how beautiful that is and how sparkly, shiny it is. But it is a 2-piece, but it's got the guard in the back of this one. And it's got notches on here. So it does not move around at all. So this makes a nice wedding ring. So I ordered, there's 5 of these here. So because if you're new here, I have fallen in love with rings before on Temu and just made the assumption, oh, when this one tarnishes, I'll just buy another one. And sometimes they do get discontinued, which I find very disappointing. But maybe I was the only one that bought all 17 of the ones that they had. So anyway, I got a bunch of those. But yeah, I could have, you know, seeing as much as there is here, I could have made this 2 videos and probably should have. Aw, be kind to otters. But it's just been a while since I've seen you guys, and based on the number of people that have been watching the videos, I just thought I'd just do it all at once. All at once. I know some of you watch these in their entirety. Okay, I can't. The other deck of cards had, oh, this one does have an opening. But I think they taped over the place where you can start it. Can I get it? I literally don't think oh, maybe I just got it. I'm always telling Peanut that plastic is not food, even though the cats seem to think it is. But that is a really unpleasant experience when you find out they've been eating plastic. It's not good. Come on. So it's another deck of cards. This video is going to be getting up late. I'm sorry, but hopefully you'll watch it whenever you want. All right, so we've got happy every day. So that's what the back of them looks like. And then we've got, are they all Parisian? Yeah. Parisian landmarks. I think I've hauled this before too. So Jason and I have similar tastes, but they are all different. Now, are all of the 9s the same at least? Let's see. Yes. So all of the 9s are the same. So that means they've got different. Oh, and they're not all Paris. So, oh, and here's one for the US. So that is a nice little set. Jason actually buys his cards to use as cards. Imagine that, the novelty of that. So Jason took the kids to see the Minecraft movie. And you guys know I'm not a cartoon, although I think, I don't know, it may not be cartoon, or maybe it's half cartoon, half live action. I don't know. Holy cow. You guys, I should have done 2 videos. There's still a bunch of stuff in here. I think this is a Pikachu, a little wooden Pikachu. And then this I accidentally ordered again. It's just a roll of stamp stickers. So these are nice for crafting. cow. Poor guy, poor Jason. He's like, he told me I have to haul everything of his tonight. Poor guy's been waiting for all these pins. All right, here's some washi tape that looks like film strip. Nice. Here is a single earring. Oh, well, you can't see that. I don't know. Is it just a black stone? Or is it a cross? Does it go like this? Well, you can't tell because of my nails are the same color. What does it say? Just says silvery, one piece. So yeah, you do have to pay attention to that when you're ordering earrings, since they do have some that you only get the one. You people. This would go with, he got this shirt, you people. This one is attempted murder. Oh, so this is perfect for my mid-level members. Attempted murder. Because there's only 2. And when you have only 1, it's a conspiracy. And then when you get 3 or more, you finally have a murder. Isn't that a weird name for a group of an animal? A murder? All right, this one says, support your local murder. So another crow one, because when you buy one crow pin, you got to buy them all. Otherwise, Temu will forever be filling your feed. But I like that. I like the colors on that. Maybe he was waiting for me to haul all these so that he could put up his little flag. All right, then we got some crow stickers. Just pull out a few. Does it say? There were 50 in this set. In the dead of night, the raven calls. Is that from Edgar Allan Poe? I never read The Raven. I don't think I did. I bet I was supposed to at some point for some English class in high school, but I don't think I did. That feels like a 9th grade English kind of assignment. I did read, and it stuck with me. I did read a book called, I think, well, here I say I think, The Third Wave, and it was about this high school experiment where they adopted a wave as like a group symbol kind of a thing, and it was basically showing how easy it would be to repeat Nazism. So that really spoke to me because obviously I don't want to repeat that, but it showed just how easy it is to fall down that path. I have a shirt with this on it. Pray on it, pray over it, pray through it. Yes, amen to that. And then this looks like tweezers. Well, it's nice that they have plastic lids. Oh no, that is not a tweezer. That is a blade. Box cutter, maybe? Gotta be careful with that, although I could have used that earlier trying to open some of these decks of cards. Are they both the same? Yes, they are. Be careful. Do not put these around children. Why did I think I should get these? I mean, at least with box cutters, you can retract them. This, you lose the cap, and man, you better throw that away, because that's danger, 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 Will Robinson. I think we're almost done. I think. Who's gonna watch 2-hour-long video? What is my problem? Why am I not breaking this in half? Maybe I will break this in half, but then I know, I'm just going for it, you guys. It might take, I mean, I watch all of Erin's videos, and some of them are, well, I don't remember one being this long, but it doesn't bother me if it takes me 2 or 3 days to watch through it all. So, you guys, oh, good grief. You guys can take a whole week to watch through this. Oh my gosh, you guys. What is... Okay, now that the cat's freaked out, I think we got everything out of here. So let me... Okay. This is a dice tower. Jason got. It's a 3D printable. If you play dice games, you put your dice in here, and it goes through stuff, and then it comes out. So a lot of people do this with like Dungeons and Dragons. There are some games specifically, like there's an actual game that comes with its own dice tower, and maybe it's called Dice Tower. I don't know, but anywho, my son would love this, right? Because he's always trying to find weird ways to roll the dice. So you could use it with Yahtzee or whatever. Then we've got, what is that? I don't know what this is. Do you guys know what this is? It's a pen. I don't know what it is. Does it say? Silvery. Okay, well, that's helpful. Holy cow. I think we literally bought all the pins. So if you were ever curious about a pin, we bought them all. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Dumpster fire. That's about right. More stickers. Okay. Oh, well, these are cool ticket stickers. And I love looking through these for the dates to see if any of them coincide with birth dates of my family members. And these aren't shiny, so that's even better. Make them much easier to age. I did buy some stencils on Amazon. Let me see if I can. I brought them in here to show you guys, but let me see. But I was not conscientious when I sat down. But I did buy a whole pack of stencils to do my own tea-dyed paper with. I saw a video of somebody using these to do that, so you get the cool designs in your tea-dyed paper, so I'm going to try that. So that might be interesting. Oh, we've got the Book It sticker that we all loved from when we used to earn our personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut in the 80s. Oh, it's another one of those rings. So, oh, I survived the great toilet paper crisis of 2020. Yes, we did, didn't we? Wasn't that dumb? So dumb to run out of everybody trying to stock up on toilet paper. Why not just, you know, use the recyclable toilet paper, right? Remember when that stuff came out? Oh, just get this and just wash it like, you know, baby diapers. Gross. Okay, so these are just little saying stickers. Wouldn't guarantee that they're all going to be spelled right. But a cute set of those if you like using phrases on things. This is going to be a mess to clean up afterwards, you guys. But, yeah, so tomorrow, so when I went to visit my mom on Saturday, I told you guys that she'd been looking at pictures, and I told my dad, I said, I want you to get some different pictures. You guys, he had to crop me out of a picture that she wouldn't look at the picture with me in it. And there was another picture that she did have that he couldn't crop me out of because I was in the middle. But whenever she looks at it, she doesn't know what are we supposed to do with this kid? Like, yeah. So I told my dad I wanted him to get some Stranger Things fans out there. I wanted him to find some other pictures, and he's like, I don't have any luck getting her to look at pictures. And I'm like, well, don't give her the photo album. She seems to like just having random pictures to look at. But I found a couple of pictures of her from her childhood, like school pictures that I took over, but I wrote her name on the back of them just in case she didn't know. But she recognized them and she remembered them, but she didn't really want to look at them. It was like she looked at them once and that was it. So I don't know. We're just trying to find, oh, what is this? Firming Radiance Blood Orange Eye Mask. Okay. Let's look at these. But yeah, so how do you socialize with someone with Alzheimer's when they cannot maintain focus? They cannot talk about anything for any length of time. What they do talk about is nonsense, dreamlike things. So then I just end up half the time just sitting there nodding, like when she says something, because any conversation that I might try to start, she literally can't participate in, or she answers it with something that doesn't relate. So I don't know. How am I going to get this open? Like that. Oh, it comes in a little, well, shoot. Is it just going to be a pot of something, or are we going to get these little things? Okay, what are the instructions? Like, can I put some of this on my eye right now? Well, need my Google Translate. But eye masks you don't usually have to wash off, right? So, okay, let's... Oh. They're the little patches. Oh, I love... Oh, crud. Okay, now it's all over my shirt. Oh, it's all over. Oh, okay, it's dripping everywhere. It's dripping everywhere. Looks like that. And I've got goo. Okay, well, can I get some of this off my shirt and put on here? You don't want to waste any of the serum, you guys, but it's literally all over my shirt now. Okay, some of those drips I can't get to. All right. Well, yeah, you can use the serum without the little mask. And now I know it's juicy. I should definitely put these on while I'm trying to get this video uploaded. I'm surprised my tablet hasn't just died or told me I'm out of space. So, okay, well, that's hopefully a nice product. I haven't been disappointed with any of the eye masks from Temu. They've all been delightful. Ouch. Okay, we have another roll of washi stickers. I won't take those out. Now we're just kind of, oh no. I think Jason and I both ordered the dumpster fire pin. Aw, and here's my Jetsons pill container. I love these things. This was the answer to a trivia question not too long ago that I stupidly said Fraggle Rock when it was really the Jetsons. Oh, this is my deck of the cards we just looked at. It came wrapped totally different, so I won't show you that again, but I guess I married the right person if we keep ordering the same things as each other. What is this? But yeah, I said I was going to read some of your comments, but we're already at 2 hours, so that probably is a no-go at this point, because I still want to do nostalgic TV trivia. Whoa. Okay, some more earrings, like a whole bunch of them that have different things on them. Oh, I think I just showed you that one. I don't know what these are. I don't know, but there's a whole bag of them. They feel magnetic, like they're sticking to each other a little bit, but you get a whole bag of those. Okay, we're down to the last few things, you guys. I ordered another one of these charms because I have a very specific outfit that I put this on a hoop earring, and one of the ones that I had bought from Temu, the ring was broken, so I ordered another one. Here we have a whole set of Pokemon printables. And another pin. Generation X, yes. We don't care. 1965 to 1980. Is that really when Gen X ended, was 1980? So Jason was on the very end of that? And another crow with a book. Perfect for Jason. So, okay, you guys, I think that's finally the end of the haul. 2 hours in. Oh my goodness. Thank you. So, if you've watched this long, you are a rock star. Thank you. I really, really appreciate the watch time, since I really probably should have done this as 2 videos, but I promised Jason that I would get all of his stuff hauled. I just didn't realize I had so much of my stuff in here too. My older stuff. But yeah, I don't think I'll be back with another Temu haul till next Tuesday, so this will maybe help get you through that. But let's go to, ow, son of a gun. When it's like, I'm not going anywhere, so I don't know why her claws come out, but when they come out on the kneecap, that hurts so bad. Yeah, just sit down, sit down. Yeah, you're okay. Okay, are we ready? Mia Farrow played what character on the old Peyton Place series? Who plays Dr. Alan Quartermain on General Hospital? Who portrayed Rudy Jordache on Rich Man, Poor Man, Book 1? On the cartoon special Return to Oz, who did the voice of Aunt Em? What do the initials ABC stand for? Who played Officer Pete Malloy on Adam 12? What product's slogan is "A sprinkle a day helps keep odor away"? What was the name of the racial comedy set in Clinton Corners? Okay, this is a hard card for me. I didn't ever watch Peyton Place. I have no idea what character Mia played, so I can't even guess. Who plays Dr. Alan Quartermain on General Hospital? I've at least heard of that character, but no clue who plays him. Who portrayed Rudy Jordache on Rich Man, Poor Man, Book 1? Never heard of any of that. On the cartoon special Return to Oz, who did the voice of Aunt Em? Well, would it have been somebody from the movie? Like, I want to say Margaret Hamilton. Like, could the Wicked Witch have done the voice of Aunt Em, or would that have been, or would the real Aunt Em have done the voice of Aunt Em? Or could it have been Judy Garland? Like, I don't know when this was compared to when Judy died, so I don't know. I guess I'm going to say Margaret Hamilton, but I have no idea. What do the initials ABC stand for? American Broadcast Company? American Broadcast Company or Corporation? I'm going to go with company. I'm hoping I at least get 2 or 3 of those 3 letters. Who played Officer Pete Malloy on Adam 12? I have a face in mind, but I have no idea what name goes with it, so I don't know. What product's slogan is "A sprinkle a day helps keep odor away"? I want to say baking soda. Some kind of baking soda, like Armor baking soda. Maybe I shouldn't put a brand name with it and just say baking soda. But I also am thinking of the kind of stuff that you would sprinkle on the carpet and then vacuum up. But I'm just going to say baking soda because I don't know. What was the name of the racial comedy set in Clinton Corners? Good Times? What was the other one? Sanford and Son? I don't know. If it's one of those 2, I hope I get half credit. Okay, Mia Farrow played what character on the old Peyton Place series? Allison Mackenzie. Who plays Dr. Alan Quartermain on General Hospital? Stuart Damon. Gosh, you guys, this was from '84. Think of how long ago that was. And some people that were on soap operas back in 1984 are still on soap operas. Isn't that crazy? Talk about making a living as an actor. You know, people kind of knock soap operas, but that's a pretty steady gig. And probably not a lot of time commitment, right? Because you're only in like maybe 10 minutes of an episode because of all the hopping around. Who portrayed Rudy Jordache on Rich Man, Poor Man, Book 1? Peter Strauss. On the cartoon special Return to Oz, who did the voice of Aunt Em? It was Margaret Hamilton! Woo woo! I went to a bed and breakfast in somewhere in central Illinois. What town was that? I don't know. It was called Little House on the Prairie. And which is, my parents got this for me as a gift, but, and I say me, it was for me and my first husband for a wedding anniversary. And it was actually the weekend that Mark McGuire broke the home run record, because we watched that game from that room. But anyway, this house had a ton of Margaret Hamilton memorabilia in it. She definitely did a lot of stuff, and I think she did a lot of radio. So that's maybe why I thought of her for that voice, but yay! What do the initials ABC stand for? American Broadcasting Company. Oh, shoot. I didn't say broadcasting, did I? I said broadcast. Well, I'm taking it. I'm taking the full point. Who played Officer Pete Malloy on Adam 12? Martin Milner. I think that is the name that goes with the guy I had in my head, I think. What product's slogan is a sprinkle a day helps keep odor away? Did you get this one? Shower to shower. That sounds familiar, but I can't place it. What was the name of the racial comedy set in Clinton Corners? Carter Country. Well, I totally biffed on that one. So I got Margaret Hamilton, American Broadcasting Company. Well, and that's it. So I got 25%. I hope you did better than me. Let me know in the comments. But thank you so much for watching this video. I want to thank all of my subscribers, viewers, members. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're still here, please subscribe. But yeah, I hope that you realize this channel isn't really even though it's hauler time, it really isn't a hauling channel, at least anymore. It really is a tea time with besties kind of time. So if that's interesting to you, I hope you'll come back. And my next video will probably be Thursday, where I'm going to start the series on how to take and resell a vintage item, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to call it. We'll see what ChatGPT thinks I should call it. And I do need to start doing Foodie Fridays, you guys. But last Friday was my daughter's play. So that's why there wasn't one there. But I need to start doing these Yum Yum boxes. So hopefully nothing gets in my way and I will do a Foodie Friday with you guys. And then after that, we'll see well, I'll definitely be back next Tuesday with more Temu. So thank you for participating in my longest video to date. And I hope you enjoyed some of this, and I hope you'll consider coming back. I know your time is valuable, and I don't want to waste any of it. So hopefully you watched this as needed for your own enjoyment. But wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.